good morning here from Adventure Island in the UK. Sadly, this one is the last park we're visiting here in the UK after more than 2 weeks of traveling through the UK, visiting a lot of theme parks and amusement parks. This one is the last one with, of course, obviously, as you can see behind me here, Rage, the Eurofighter coaster from Gerslauer. There's actually 5 roller coasters in this park, including this one, obviously. So we're going to check out which one is the best, which one is definitely the worst. And then at the end of this video, we're going to see how these coasters here compare to all the other coasters we already did in the UK. And because it's the last video, because it's the last park we're doing here in the UK, we can finally share what is the best roller coaster of the UK. So let's find out, but first enjoy the park here. During a 2-week trip, I finally got to explore the biggest parks and roller coasters in the UK, and in this series I'm focusing on one thing: what is the UK's best roller coaster? In today's episode we're checking out the coasters at Adventure Island. So here we are at Adventure Island. We have arrived here in the park. Some rides, like for example that one there, are open later today at 12 p.m. while it's 11 in the morning now. So we have to wait for some rides, but let's check out what is open and what coaster we are able to ride already. Okay, this one seems to be open, the Barnstormer, so let's do this one. Alright, Barnstormer done. It's a small seated coaster, nothing too thrilling. It's a family ride. It goes 2 laps, it's nothing too crazy, just fun. Anyway, let's get to something else. And next one we're doing here is Rage, the biggest ride here in the park. A Eurofighter coaster from Gerslauer. It's the same model as, for example, Predator in IMG World of Adventure in Dubai, or a Falcon in Dundrel in the Netherlands. So I already did this one, but let's check this one out. Rage. Alright, Rage done. Definitely one of the better Eurofighter coasters in the world. It's super smooth. It is pretty short. Yeah, the layout is pretty short. But I already knew what to expect, of course, because like I said, a Predator at IMG World Adventure in Dubai and Falcon in Dundee are exactly the same layout. They're pretty short, but they're fun layouts. And this one is just butter smooth. It's the smoothest Eurofighter I've ever done in my life, and the smoothest Eurofighter coaster in the UK, obviously. Also a lot smoother than Speed in Oakwood and Saw the Ride here in Thor Park. Way better. All these parks with awful Eurofighter coasters should maybe come and take a look at Adventure Island here, because the Rage, butter smooth. But really fun coaster, a lot better, of course, obviously, than the other coaster we already did so far. But let's get to the next one, which will probably be this Zierer coaster. I don't know what they did with all the rides here, but green screen here, the Zierer coaster, is also really a smooth one. I'm not sure how they are able to do it, because normally Zierers like this are not really that smooth, and Ghost Towers like that are not really that smooth, but here in this park it's very different. They're all very smooth, very different than in other parks. Also, this one, enjoyable layout. It's a family coaster, of course, nothing very thrilling, nothing very fast. There's not a lot of airtime moments and such, but it's just a fun family coaster for kids or families with kids and such. Pretty long also, pretty long layout. But yeah, like I said, the most curious thing here, this being this smooth, I'm not sure how they do it. Really, very pleasantly surprised here. But let's get to the next roller coaster now. Next one is here, this Spinfari coaster Mini Mega, so let's check this one out. And again, a very smooth ride here. Mighty Mega Mini, which is a Pinfari coaster. I don't know how they do it, but they managed to have a very smooth Pinfari coasters, because Pinfari, normally if I hear the word Pinfari, I almost immediately think about very rough, unsmooth rides. But this one here is an example of a Pinfari that is actually pretty smooth. Like I said before, with all the rides we already did, all these coasters here are so butter smooth. I really don't know how they do it here, but a lot of parks should come and visit Adventure Island to see how the maintenance team here is doing all this, because this is amazing. The coaster itself is just a family coaster, not very spectacular. It's just a fun ride for kids, but nothing too extreme. Still, at this moment, the Rage is the most extreme coaster here. And we still have one coaster left, but that's also a pretty small coaster, so I'm pretty sure that we already know what's the best coaster in this park. But let's check out, I think it's a Zamperla one right there at the top of the building, which is called a Runaway Train. Let's check it out. And with that, we did the very last new roller coaster here in the UK on this trip. Kiddie Koasta, a small Zamperla coaster, as you can see. It's also, as with all the coasters here at Adventure Island, a very, very smooth ride. It's incredible how well the maintenance team is able to make these rides smooth and keep them smooth. I don't know how they do it. It's crazy. But anyway, like I said, it's a kiddie ride. It doesn't do a lot, but it's just a fun ride for kids. But just butter smooth, just as all the other coasters here in this park. Now, we did all the 5 roller coasters here in Adventure Island. Which one is definitely the worst and which one is definitely the best? Well, at number 5, I'm putting this one here behind me, Kiddie Koasta. It's like the name already says, it's a kiddie coaster, not really that much spectacular, but just a fun ride for kids. But that one is at spot number 5. At spot number 4, we have the first coaster we did today, which is Barnstormer, which is a smaller Zierer coaster. Also pretty fun one for kids and the whole family. At number 3, we have the Pinfari coaster, actually, which is pretty surprising because I'm usually not a really big fan of Pinfari coasters, but Mega Mini Mighty, or Mighty Mini Mega, I'm not sure what the name is exactly, but that one was pretty surprisingly smooth and surprisingly fun, actually. It's just a fun ride for the whole family. Then at spot number 2, we have Green Screen, which is a bigger Zierer family coaster. Also pretty fun one, pretty long one, also pretty fun layout. And then obviously at number 1, we have the only real thrill coaster in this park, which is a Rage Eurofighter from Gerstlauer, same model as Falcon in Dunkeld, or Predator in IMG Worlds of Adventure in Dubai. Same model, really fun layout, but this one is butter smooth. It's amazing. I'm probably going to ride it again later today. We'll see. But anyway, those are the 5 coasters we did. At number 1, of course, Rage. Now, how do these coasters rank compared to all the other coasters we did already in the UK? Well, Rage is a fun thrill coaster, but it's still not really very high up in the ranking, because at this moment I'm putting it at spot number 19 in the total UK ranking at this moment. And obviously all the other rides here from the park are below spot 19. So that means, like I said, as we just did the last new coaster here in the UK, that means that we now have a final ranking of all the roller coasters we did in the UK. And that means we have a top 5. Now let's see what's at number 5. So at number 5 we have Stealth in Thor Park. A really great coaster. It's a short one, but the launch and the airtime on that thing, love it, love it, love it, love it. At number 4 we have another coaster from Thor Park, which is the Swarm, an amazing wing coaster from B&M. A lot of forces, fun inversions and such. It's a bit short, but anyway, just a really great ride actually. Then at spot number 3 we have another B&M coaster, which is Galactica at Alton Towers. A really great flying coaster in my opinion. I just loved it. It's not as forceful as, for example, Manta or Tatsu, but still amazing ride in my opinion. Then at number 2 is my favorite wooden coaster here in the UK, and that is a Wicker Man at Alton Towers. Also amazing ride, amazing airtime moment, amazing lateral G-forces and such. Really love that coaster so much. And then obviously at spot number 1 we have the UK's newest thrill coaster, UK's tallest coaster, UK's fastest coaster, which is Hyperia, obviously at Thor Park. That ride is so great, definitely for sure the best coaster in the UK. It's not the longest one, unfortunately. That should have made the ride perfect, but that ride, just Hyperia, is only that ride is just worth coming to the UK to Thor Park, because that ride, love it, love it, love it, love it. So that means we know what's the best coaster in the UK, and that's also the end of this long series of videos where I'm looking for the best roller coaster in the UK. So Hyperia has won the number 1 spot, and let's see what the future brings. If this is going to stay the best coaster in the UK for a long time or not, we'll have to see. But anyway, that's it for this video, and I'll see you again in another part. See ya!